The Crimson's 2019-2020 season was highlighted by program firsts, Ivy League championships, and NCAA postseason berths. Let's take a look back at the accomplishments of Harvard's winter teams. Women's basketball finished the 2019-2020 season 5th in the Ivy League with a 15-12 overall record and a 6-8 conference mark. The Crimson garnered its best non-conference record since the 2016-17 season, earning a 9-4 mark. At the conclusion of the season, senior Ginny Boehm was named the All-Ivy League second team, while first-year Lola Mullaney earned All-Ivy honorable mention.
Off the rim, rattles home, and another three-pointer by Lola Mullaney.
Additionally, Boehm was named to the Winter Academic All-Ivy team and the COSIDA Academic All-District first team. Men's basketball battled its way through a tough non-conference schedule and the equally challenging Ivy League slate to a 21-win campaign. The effort was the Crimson's 7th 20-win season in school history and marked the most victories in a single season since the 2014-2015 campaign. Along the way to 21 wins and qualifying for the Ivy League tournament for the 4th time in as many years, Harvard defeated 2 Power 5 schools, posted the 5th longest winning streak of the Tommy Amaker era at 8, and won the 3rd most road games during the Amaker era with 9. Defense was a theme for the Crimson as it led the Ivy in conference games in field goal percentage defense, three-point field goal percentage defense, defensive rebounds, and block shots, while also leading the league in rebounding offense. Individually, Noah Kirkwood led Harvard in scoring and was a first-team All-Ivy selection, while Chris Lewis, the Crimson's all-time leading shot blocker, earned second-team accolades. Women's hockey continued its upward trend, finishing 18-14-1, with 15 of those wins coming in conference play. The program ended the season 4th in ECAC hockey with a 15-6-1 record and earned hosting rights for the tournament quarterfinals for the first time since 2015. In addition to its conference success, the women's hockey team participated in the Country Classic, the first ever Division I women's hockey tournament in Nashville, Tennessee over Thanksgiving break. Additionally, the Crimson brought in 2020 with a bang, defeating regional rival Boston College 7-1 on New Year's Eve at Conti Forum. In the postseason, the team battled Yale to Game 3 of the quarterfinal series, coming away victorious in a marathon triple overtime contest to advance to the championship weekend. Dominique Petrie and Kristen Della Rovere earned all ECAC honors, while Petrie, Della Rovere, Becky Dutton, and senior captain Allie Pepper were recognized as All-Ivy Award winners. Men's ice hockey finished the 2019-2020 season at 15-10-6 overall, with an 11-6-5 mark in ECAC hockey play. First-year forward Nick Abruzzese had a historic first season with the Crimson, recording 44 points on 14 goals and 30 assists in just 31 games, leading all NCAA first years in scoring en route to the ECAC Hockey Rookie of the Year award. Abruzzese had the most points by a first year in the Ted Donato era. Sophomore defenseman Jack Rathbone also had an excellent campaign with 31 points in 28 games. Both Rathbone and Abruzzese were named All-Americans. Harvard played the first college hockey games in the state of California since 1999 with the SoCal Clash Series against Arizona State in Irvine, and also defeated Yale 7-0 in the rivalry on ice contest at Madison Square Garden. The men's fencing team capped off a successful 2019-20 campaign, qualifying 11 fencers for the NCAA championships. The men brought home the outright Ivy League championship for the first time since 2013 and swept first-team All-Ivy League honors in saber and foil. After sweeping the competition at Ivy Championships, the Crimson ranked number 1 in the nation. At Northeast Regionals in Ithaca, New York, 4 men for the Crimson finished among the top 3 in their respected weapons. Women's fencing posted a 16-11 record on the season, including a perfect 3-0 mark at home. The Crimson finished 4th at the Ivy League Championships and had 3 fencers receive first-team All-Ivy honors. 4 members of Harvard finished in the top 10 at NCAA regionals, including Veronica Krzyzewski, who won silver in women's saber. Wrestling. Finishing the 2019-2020 season with a 3-10 record, including a 3-7 EIWA mark, wrestling received strong performances from its first-year class. First-year Yaroslav Slavakowski was the first Harvard wrestler to win the Ivy League Rookie of the Year award since Bodhi Ogunwale won the award in 2004. Ranked as high as 9th in the nation as a heavyweight, Slavakowski finished the year with a 30-8 record and also earned EIWA Freshman of the Year honors while becoming the first Crimson wrestler in 8 years to earn NWCA All-American honors. Fellow first-year Philip Canigliaro, who found himself as high as 16th at 165 pounds, was tied with Slavakowski for the team lead in wins with 30. Finishing third at the EIWA Championships, Canigliaro secured a spot at the NCAA Championships. Senior Hunter Lanier at 157 pounds and first-year Michael Jaffe at 133 pounds rounded out the Crimson who placed at the EIWA Championships, finishing 5th and 8th, respectively. Men's squash. It was another accolade-heavy season for Harvard men's squash, who dominated its competition from wire to wire to repeat as CSA national champions. The Crimson, led by 2020 Ivy League Coach of the Year and the Gregory Lee and Russell Ball Endowed Coach for Harvard University James Herscott Class of '58 Coach of Excellence Mike Way, successfully defended its title, regaining the Potter Cup after a 17-0 season. The squad extended its active winning streak to 33 matches and won its second consecutive Ivy League championship. Victor Kroon took home his second Ivy League Player of the Year award after posting a 12-0 record in his sophomore season. For the second straight season, a Harvard representative earned the Poole Trophy at the CSA Individual National Championships. This year, it was Marwan Tarek who took home the crown. The 2019-2020 Harvard women's squash team will go down as one of the best in history after another undefeated 17-0 season. The Crimson, led by 2020 Ivy League Coach of the Year Mike Way, successfully defended its title for the 6th straight season, setting a new college squash record. The Crimson posted a combined individual mark of 139-12 and had 7 players finish with undefeated records. Gina Kennedy once again earned the Ramsey Cup crown at the Individual National Championships, the 3rd of her career. Harvard's dominance on the court helped them break the record for consecutive wins with its 71st straight victory coming against Columbia on January 18th. Men's swimming and diving completed the 2019-2020 season, posting an 8-2 dual meet record, as well as a perfect 7-0 mark against Ivy opponents to capture the Ivy League dual meet championship en route to its 4th straight Ivy League crown. At the Ivy Championship meet, the Crimson won 5 individual event titles, including the 200-yard freestyle won by junior Corbin Rawls, keeping it in the Harvard family for the last 4 years. Senior swimmer Daniel Chang earned the Harold Ullin Career High Point Swimmer, while the Ullin Brooks endowed head coach for Harvard men's swimming and diving, Kevin Tyrell, was named the Coach of the Year for the 2nd straight year. 4 Harvard swimmers qualified for the NCAA Championships: junior captain Michael Zarin, sophomore Umit Guris, sophomore Jake Johnson, and first-year Will Grant. All 4 were selected as CSCAA All-Americans. Women's swimming and diving. Women's swimming and diving is coming off a historic, record-breaking year, finishing the season 5-3 in dual meets. Harvard saw 15 program records fall, 13 at the Ivy Championship meet. First-year Felicia Pasadin, who earned 3 individual event championships, was the high point swimmer of the meet, while senior Mickey Dahlke was crowned the career high point swimmer. The Crimson won 14 of the 21 individual events at the Ivy League meet as head coach Stephanie Reed-Morawski was named Coach of the Year for the 3rd straight year. The Crimson's record-breaking 800-yard freestyle relay time of 6:59.92 at the Ivy Championships was the 15th best in the nation. Harvard swept the diving portion of the meet as well, with sophomore Morgan Herculano winning the 1-meter and junior Georgia Milne taking the 3-meter. Harvard had 8 swimmers and divers, including 2 relays, qualify for the NCAA Championship. The Harvard women's track and field team had another successful season, guided by the USTFCCCA Northeast Region Coach of the Year, Jason Soretsky. The women held the number 1 ranking in the Northeast region through the season and finished just 7 points behind defending champion Penn to place second at Ivy League Heps. Sophomore Katina Martin won 2 Ivy Heps titles, placing first in the 60-meter dash and the 200-meter dash. Juniors Anna Jewell and Abby Goldstein both qualified for the NCAA championships in the mile after ranking first and second for this season in the Ivy League. The men's track and field team went on to finish second at Ivy League Heps, scoring its highest point total in program history and securing its best indoor finish since it last won in 1985. Senior Kieran Tuntevate was awarded the Male Track Performer of the Meet, winning the 3,000 and the 5,000 for the second year in a row. Tuntevate was also named the USTFCCCA Northeast Region Track Athlete of the Year after breaking the Ivy League and Harvard record in the 3,000 meters, as well as the Harvard record in the mile. Harvard Ski had one of its best seasons in years, tallying numerous top 10 finishes. The Crimson opened up their 2019-2020 campaign with the inaugural Harvard Carnival, hosting the EISA competitors in Waterville Valley, New Hampshire, and Craftsbury, Vermont. The carnival was streamed on ESPN+, marking the first regular season carnival to ever be broadcast. EISA Nordic Rookie of the Year and first team selection Remy Drolet finished first in the 20-kilometer classic race at the Bates Carnival, becoming the first Nordic male skier to win a race since the 1972-73 season. Alpine skier Nellie Ide placed in the top 15 in 5 of 6 carnivals, leading the Alpine team with 239 points. Head coach for Alpine skiing Scott McPherson was named the EISA Alpine Coach of the Year, while 21 athletes were named to the USCSCA All-Academic Team. Ide and EISA's second team honoree James Kitch represented Harvard at the NCAA Championships, both placing in the top 20. That's a wrap on our 2019-2020 winter season. Thank you to all the coaches, athletes, families, and fans for their support of the Crimson this year. Check out Harvard Athletics on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for more updates and content.